What's up guys, it's me Ash the Man, and today we're going to be doing a tier list of 2025 movies on how I think they're going to do in the box office. Now a lot of these movies I'm low-key excited for, and some that I'm not, but I'm going to see on how I think these movies will do on their theatrical run. Now, disclaimer that I can be wrong on a lot of these, I could be right on some of them, but this is just on how I think they're going to do in the theaters. I'm not saying that mines are factual. I'm just saying that mines are just purely opinionated, so I can be wrong. So take this with a grain of salt, but I hope you guys enjoy the video nonetheless. Alright, so first off, we have Superman Legacies. I am really excited for this film, and I think a lot of people are also excited. The trailer, I think, has about 51 million views as the time of this recording, and it's gotten a lot of positivity feedback on it. So I think this movie is going to do really well. I'm gonna put this one at 600 to 500 million. I think, to me, right now that's a safe spot. I think it could make more, but I think this is the safe spot for how much I think it's gonna make in total. Well, and like I said, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying these are factual, but I think it's gonna make around this much. So I'm gonna put Superman right there. Alright, the next one is the Nightmare for Neverland. It's the horror Disney movie that they're making. This one, I don't think it's gonna do the best. I feel like it's gonna do either 210, 100 million, or a flop. I think it's gonna flop. I think it's gonna flop. That's just my opinion. I don't think a lot of people are willing to go see this. I could be wrong. If you're excited for it, totally fine. But I don't think enough people will go see this for it to be like a hit. I think it's gonna be a flop. It really is, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Alright, Dogman. I don't see people talking a lot about Dogman. I know it's pretty... I've seen it a lot in theaters, but I've never seen a lot of people talk about it, so I don't know where to put it. I think parents will still take their kids to see this, so I think I'm going to put Dogman at 200 to 100 million as a safe spot. If I'm proven wrong, I'll take the L on that one. Okay, Paddington in Peru. I don't know. I don't know how the last two movies did, but seeing how they both did really well, I think this will be around almost 300 million to 200 million. I think I'm gonna put it right here though. I think this will be a safe spot for now. So I think it'll do. I'll put it right there. All right, Wolfman by Blumhouse. I think this will make around 200 to 100 million, somewhere around that part, because Blumhouse does pretty good with their films, and seeing how they're low budget, I think this one, will make around this much, or maybe even lower. So I'm gonna put it for right here. All right, next up is Steamboat Willie. I'm kind of interested in this one. I don't think I'll go to theaters to watch this if they're showing this in theaters. If they're not, then I don't know. But from what I've heard, I don't think this is gonna do well. I'm gonna put it at flop for now, but I might move it up a little bit if I feel like it could have a chance. Okay, next up is the Zoopocalypse. So I think this is another one I've barely seen a lot about. I'm gonna say 200 to 100 million, or maybe lower. I don't know if this will do that well enough to make it like one of these tiers up here, but I'm gonna just put it right there for now. Alright, Hard Eyes. This one I've seen a little on, and people said they do think it's interesting. I'm gonna say a little lower than 100 million. I think somewhere around there, because these movies, like these low budget movies, they don't seem to do that well sometimes. Like, this is like another one of those movies, because this is the same company that made the Thanksgiving horror movie, and that one didn't do the best, but I think it did make some money back, so I think it's gonna be somewhere around here. So I'm gonna put it right here for now. Alright, the new Captain America film. This one I'm really excited to see. I'm going to definitely watch this in theaters. So I'm gonna put this around 400 to 300 million because the previous films did really well. I think this one will do pretty good. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my words on that. But I think it will do pretty good. I think a lot of people are excited for this one. But I've also seen a lot of people saying it does not look interesting. But I'm gonna go watch it. I think it's gonna be around here. If I had to say between 400 and 300 million, I'd say somewhere around 300 million or maybe lower. So, but hey, you never know. Oh gosh, the Snow White live action. See, this one has been swimming in controversy ever since it was announced. I'm not gonna name the controversy because I don't want to be talking about this, but I think that there's still a lot of people who want to go see it, but there's a lot more people who are not excited for this. I'm gonna say 200 to 100 million because I feel like the diehard Disney fans will definitely go see this. I think it will make somewhere around that. And I do want to mention that the budget of this movie, including everything, is like $405 million, which that means it would have to make around almost $1 billion for it to be a profit. So I'm not expecting anything from this movie because of how much controversy it's already in. So it's already like a little bit of a flop if that still stands by the time this movie comes out. Okay, the Minecraft movie. I think with this movie, so when the teaser came out, it got a lot of hate. It got so much backlash. But as soon as the official trailer came out, a lot of people started to actually like it and think, okay, this was a decent movie. I think it will make somewhat around 200 million. I think somewhere around that. I'm actually going to put this the highest one. I feel like a lot of hardcore Minecraft fans will go watch this no matter what. I think this will make this amount around this much money. And if not, I'd say around 100 million. I think this movie will do pretty good, but at the same time, I don't think a lot of people are going to go watch this in theaters, but we'll have to see. Ooh, Thunderbolts. I'm going to say Thunderbolts is around 400 to 300 million, because I know a lot of people are excited for this one. And I personally, I don't know if I'm going to watch this in theaters. There's like a selected few of Marvel movies and DC movies I'd watch in theaters. I don't know about that one, but who knows, maybe I'll go watch this. But I think a lot of people are excited for it to actually go watch this in theaters. So I think around maybe the $300 million mark it will make. But that's just my opinion. Okay, Lilo and Stitch. I think this has potential of being a great Disney movie because I like the way Stitch looks. They made him so accurate to how he looks in the animated films. I think this one will definitely be, from what I've seen with the teaser, it looks pretty good. I think this will make around 600 to 500 million dollars. I feel like this one, they stayed true enough to the source material and like the accurate design for it to actually do that well. So I'm gonna say right now. Okay, next up is Karate Kid. I'm honestly gonna be honest, like I've never watched a lot of the Karate Kid movies. Like I heard they were good, and I know my family really likes it, but I myself am not really into them. I've only been a fan of like one of them, but I've never really like cared about the other ones. But I think a lot of people are still gonna go watch this. I'm gonna say 400 to 300 million. I think it has enough people for it to go watch it, and I think this one will make around that much. Okay, there's How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. I am actually excited for this one because I love the way they made Toothless. Toothless looks so good in his design that I think that this one will, I think it will make a lot of money. I know there's some people who don't like the way Astrid looks. I personally don't see anything wrong with it, in my opinion. I'm gonna say around like the $500 million margin. So I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, this one is Elio. I think that's what you call it. I think it's Elio. Oh, this is a Pixar movie, and I like how this is an original Pixar film. So I like how they're doing that because A lot of people were complaining on like Pixar and Disney that they keep reuse like doing sequel to live action of films. This is an original Pixar film, so I think that's what makes it good. Personally, for me, I have no interest in this one, but I think it'll be around 400 to 300 million, somewhere around that margin. I think a little lower to that one. Okay, I know this one. This is 28 Years Later. This one, I've seen a lot of people talk about it. They say it looks good. I'm going to put around this one, 400 to 300 million, somewhere around there. So, yeah. I don't really know what this movie is about that much, but I've heard people say it looks good. And, like, I forgot if it's, like, if there was, like, an older film or something like that, but I'm not too entitled in this franchise, so I don't know anything about it that much. But from what people are saying about it, it looks promising. I think it will make around this much. Alright, Jurassic World, the new one coming out. I'm gonna say around 800 to 700 million. I think there's still a lot of Jurassic World fans that are actually excited for this one. And the last movies did amazing. Each of them made $1 billion. So I think this one will make around this much. Oh, Fantastic Four. I'm so excited for this one. One, because Fantastic Four is finally introduced in the MCU and is not the Fox universe. And two, Galactus will be making an appearance. So I think this one will do good. I'm gonna say around 500 to 600 million. I think it will be somewhere around there, in my opinion. And I think like the cast looks pretty good, and it has a lot of things promising for it. So I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, Bad Guys 2. I am not excited for this one because I had no interest in the first two movies. In the first movie, and I know my brother read the books, but I don't find this one interesting as much. But I think it will make around this much, 400 to 300 million. I think it'll do something on that. Okay, I don't know what the heck this is. I don't know what Freakier Friday is. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, I remember this movie now. It's a sequel to Freaky Friday, where I think a mom and a daughter switch bodies. So I think this is the sequel, I think, to that one. So I'm gonna put it at 200 to 100 million. In my opinion, I don't know if this is gonna do good. I don't know if people are excited for this one. So I'm just gonna put it right there. And if I really change my mind, it's probably gonna go to flop. I don't know if anyone's excited for this one. Okay. Oh, here it is. Avatar: Fire and Ash. I know where this is going. So, yep, it's going to 1 billion. That's a no-brainer. Avatar is easily a $1 billion franchise. The last two movies made a crap ton of money. This, I think, is definitely going to be a $1 billion movie. So I think that's probably going to be the only 1 billion spot. Because I don't see any movie breaking $1 billion, and in my opinion, for this year. So I'm just going to put it right there. Avatar definitely is making $1 billion. Yeah, that's what it's going to do. Ooh, Wicked Part 2. I have not actually seen the first Wicked movie, but from what I've seen with how people say about it, it was a pretty good movie, and it made a lot of money. I'm going to say 600 to 500 million. I think it will make around that much. So I'm just going to put it right there for now. If I had to move it, I'll probably say 800 to 700 million, but I don't think it's going to make that much, in my opinion. Alright. Zootopia 2. I loved the first Zootopia movie. The first Zootopia movie, in my opinion, was a really great film. And I am really excited for the second one. So I'm going to say this is going to make a lot of money. Either it's going to be a $900 million movie or 800 to 700 million. I'm going to put it at $900 million for now. If I were to move it, I'd probably say around 800 to 700 million. But I'm going to put it right there. Oh, this is the one I'm excited for. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This is one of my most anticipated films of this year, and I love the first one. The first Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I think, was a really great film. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but it still was a great film to a lot of them. And because this one, it's stated to have better horror, and it's going to be exclusively to theaters. So I think that alone will make it be a $400 to $300 movie. Because the first one almost made $300 million. If they did not put it on Peacock, I feel like it would have made $300 million, because it almost made it. If they made $3 million more, it would have been a $300 movie, a $300 million movie. And so I'm gonna put it right there, because it's now gonna be exclusive to theaters, from what I've heard, and it's using the criticism from the first movie, and they're making the second one a lot better. So that's what I'm excited for. Okay, I don't know what this is. Give me a second. Okay, I had a feeling it was this. This is a new Predator movie. I'm gonna say 400, 300 million. I think it will. I think a lot of people will go see this one. Never seen a lot of people talk about it for now, but I think it's popular enough to make this much. Ooh, Smurfs. I don't know if this is like a sequel to the last one, The Lost Village, but I'm gonna put this at like low 300 million. I don't think it will make that much. Okay, this is the Michael Jackson documentary or story of him. I think a lot of people still like Michael Jackson enough to go watch this, so I'm gonna put it around this much. And if I were to put it somewhere else, it'd probably be at 200 to 100 million. Oh, The Black Phone. Ooh, this one looks actually very popular to a lot of people, but I'm gonna put it at 200 to 100 million, because Blumhouse usually makes around this much money with their movies, so I'm gonna put it right there. Because the highest grossing film they've had is Five Nights at Freddy's, which made almost 300 million. Usually there are other projects make a little less, but I'm not saying that's like a reason to put it here. I'm just saying, from what I know, I think it will make somewhere around this much. Okay, Now You See Me 3. I think this will. I don't know too much about this franchise. I know what it is. It's just I don't know too much on it. So I don't know how much the other movies made. I don't know. I don't know where to put this. I'm gonna say 600 to 500 million. I think it'll go somewhere around there, maybe a little lower. But yeah, I think the movie, if it made 3 movies like this, I think it's popular enough to make this much. But I don't know. I need to do more research on that. So I'm just gonna put it here for now. Ooh, Tron. It's been a long time since I watched the Tron movies. I'm gonna put 600 to 500 million. I think somewhere around there. So I'm just gonna put it right there. I know Tron is very anticipated. I know a lot of people are excited for it. The logo, I know people said they weren't excited for it, but I generally think it has potential to make that much. Even I think that they'll look past it, but I don't know. Some people don't like looking past some stuff, so I think it's gonna make around that much. Oh, the final Mission Impossible. Ooh, okay. Mission Impossible is still pretty popular. I'm gonna put it around there, maybe a little higher if I were to do it. Okay, I know this movie. I just forgot the name. So, from what I've seen of this movie, I'm gonna say around 400, 300 million. No, actually, no. I'm gonna put it at like 200 to 100 million. So I was supposed to put it right there. Because I don't know how much people are gonna go watch this movie, but I don't know. I don't know too much about this. Just like, remember, I don't know a lot of these movies. I'm just going on from like what I've seen of them. So I don't know. Like, I feel like it's gonna make around this much. Megan 2. The first one I heard was really bad, but I also heard people say it was good. I don't know. It was like mixed reviews. I'm gonna put this same as the 200 to 100 million. I think it will still hold up, but I don't know what I'm saying sometimes. I feel like it will do popular enough, but I also feel like it could flop. I don't know. And finally, we have Final Destination Bloodlines. This one terrified a lot of people when they were younger. I think this one, I'm going to say it will be high 200 million, low 300 million. I think somewhere around there I will put it, because the last movies were really popular, so I would put it somewhere around here, because I feel the most comfortable and the most confident that it will make this much. So I'm gonna put it right there. And there you have it, the tier list on how I think movies are going to do in the box office. I think I need to watch more movies, because I don't know, like some of these movies I have never even heard of. Some of these I knew, but I never really know too much on. Or some I just forgot about. So keep in mind, like I said, this is just my opinion. These can all be wrong, and I definitely think I'm going to get some of these wrong. But yeah, this is just my opinion. If you guys want to do it, you can try to find a tier list on the tier list website. And yeah, that's all for me. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe. Other than that, see you guys next time. See ya.